This is a certified hood classic.
I don't know how they do it, but they keep on doing it, man. Club Shay done did it again, man. He on track. He on track to have the record for the most viral videos, like viral interviews. I mean, that's a pretty good track to have, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody coming on there want to spill the beans on that mug. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is, man. But today, man, we getting ready to watch Monique on Kevin Hart. So she got something to say. I want to hear what she got to say because we missed the Cat Williams interview. I ain't even want to do the Cat Williams interview over here, but it was lit. I watched it myself, man.
Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother. You're like my aunt. You're like my sister."
He always be saying some shit like that.
Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but
they said Tyler Perry don't like black men, bro.
I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do." Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit.
Okay.
When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check.
That's what's up.
And said,
That's
"Here
what's
you
up.
go."
Real
We're
nigga
forever
shit.
grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top," because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me and my
gave up.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then
That's
when he
what's up.
came
That's
back
what's up.
with, "I got you," I didn't.
She made sure she added that when I gave it back with some interest on top, because I ain't no bum bitch. That's what she wanted to say. She look, I'm not no bum. I don't treat people just how they, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gave it back and put a little respect on it. So just put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand.
Asked Kevin Hart to do anything. He
don't
said,
want people
"I'll
to say
executive
nothing.
produce. I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol. And we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now,
Okay.
Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world, right?
Correct.
And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, "Oh, this is incredible,"
up.
because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2
but you
weeks
don't
go
want
by.
it like that, though.
We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what changed between
The powers that be then gave a call to Kevin Hart and said, like, "The fuck is you doing, little nigga?" Hey, bro, but you never know, man. You never know, bro. He didn't got that call. Be like, boy, I don't know what
the
you
2
think
weeks
you
and
finna
when,
do.
and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce,
That nigga
whatever you
mustache
need,
is
Mo.
weird. That
Hey,
nigga
we got
go
you.
to-
So what
I don't like that
transpired,
shit.
or what do you think transpired between then that 2 week
He
period?
got the
Well,
opposite
as
hit.
soon as we got off the phone and they told us
It's a
what
freak.
Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol," and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, "You don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2
Understandable.
years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again.
He didn't ghost it. Even bro had to put his head down. Like, damn, that was 2 years ago. God damn.
So that's what we're faced with.
He
When
don't know
you
what
allow
to say.
somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that. So everything that
Yeah, but he
baby
probably
was
just
saying
talking
sitting
shit.
here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, get the anger out your heart. Oh man, no one's saying he's lying.
Right,
No one ever said I was lying.
right.
It's so easy to discount and devalue because of what we look like.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue, because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on
Yeah.
her and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
But what do you want an apology for?
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me, because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up,
Right.
baby. Listen here. However, I
Yeah,
was offered
Taraji
that.
killed that shit.
Then Felita called me back and say,
That's Bay, by the way. That's Bay.
baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that
Right.
cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability? Because, oh, it's the great Tyler Perry? No.
Nah, but but here's the bullshit though. Not saying that she bullshitting, but here's the bullshit in all of it. Like, if somebody come to you and say, oh, so-and-so is too difficult to work with, it's like, unless they already kind of thought that anyway, they wouldn't care. It would like, just like if you had the perfect actor, the perfect actress, the perfect everything for what your production, and you like, oh yeah, I got it. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we got the market, and I got it all mapped out, everything. They gonna kill this role. And then somebody say, nah, I wouldn't work with them because they're difficult. It's like, okay, that might make you feel like, but then at the same time, you might reach out to that person. You might even reach out to other people and figure it out. It's like one monkey don't stop no show. So for one monkey to stop a show, then that means that they didn't probably want to do the show to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm thinking about. The second thing that I'm thinking about is, I think that they interpret difficult to work with sometimes this is not discrediting her, Monique, by any means, but I'm saying you might interpret difficult to work with as in we can't get over on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like when people try to get over, they be like, oh, okay, yeah, she's just so easy, just so lovable, just so everything was so smooth. I love them. But then when you have boundaries and set standards, then they label you difficult to work with, problematic, all this extra shit, man. A
You've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any
Right,
relationship
family.
between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. When we have our juggernauts, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, these are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our
Everybody
babies
that Cat
say,
Williams
when I
called
grow
out.
up, I
That's
want
what I
to
wanna
be
do.
that.
Yeah.
I want
Besides
to be
Oprah.
like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies? You're feeding poison because you're showing them your private jet. I'm going to show you my mansion. I'm going to show you my fancy cars. But my character is shot and I'm bankrupt. I got a lot of money in my bank. It's more zeros than some of them than we can imagine. But their character, they are bankrupt.
I see. I get
Those
where
are
you're coming
bankrupt
from.
people.
They did
So
what they
everybody
wanted
that
to
Cat
do.
sat
They
right
had to
here
do
and
to
told
get to
you
the
about,
top. They sold out.
I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Invite them.
I have.
They're not going to do it.
Well, look, I've already done Steve. I have a relationship with Steve.
Do him again. Do him again. And I'm going to say
Look,
this.
he looks scared of the motherfucker. Like, ugly ass nigga, boy. Well, you a little freak, boy. You ugly, boy.
I'm trying to get Oprah and Tyler, though.
Baby, we got him. Y'all, come on. Stop playing.
They ain't coming on more thanks to you.
You know how.
He talking all shit. He's
And I don't
real
want to put
silly
you
and
on the
she's
spot,
serious.
but I'm going to say it because I appreciate you as a black man and what you're doing.
Thank you.
If you are my friend
Mm-hmm.
and someone says to me, Monique, Shannon Sharp wronged me,
That's between y'all.
and you my friend,
Yeah.
I'm going to call my friend.
You can come to me.
And I'm going to say, hey, is what they saying true? And if you get to hemming and hawing, I'm going to tell you, till you fix it, you and I can't talk. Because if you'll do them that way,
You do that.
it'll be a matter of time before you do it to me. So if Steve Harvey is your friend,
Facts.
you call your friend up and you ask him, is what our sister saying right, man? Because if it is, we can't do that to her. If that
Man, look, I get that. I understand that. But this is where I feel like she might differ at, man. Where our opinions might differ. Because it's like, I understand her wanting to hold people accountable. I understand that. But then also, sometimes you got to because I'm like, because it's really a delicate situation that got to be broken down. Like, I agree calling people out, but if this is not your business, like Shannon Sharp, this is not his business. He doesn't know the intricate details. That would only be him taking one side of her, which is her side, and just being like, oh, well, what she says has to be true because she told me, so I'm calling you out. And as a friend, if you got a friend and somebody come to you and be like, look, I can't be your friend until you get what you and so and so got fixed. I'm like, you don't even know what we got going on. Now, excuse me, if it was plain to see, like it was something that was fucked up, it was plain to see, then I could understand, like, okay, man, birds of a feather gonna flock together. But like, what I do is I will remove myself from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Call a person out if you feel strongly about it, but don't call it out based on the merit of like, oh, that was your friend and your friend, because now you get in between two friendships, and then it's gonna get down to who do you care about the most, who knows you the most, who are you comfortable with the most, and really you just gonna create a bigger situation, and that's how a lot of friendships end, and it'll be like a three-way triangle of hatred, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I just feel like Monique, she doing good by speaking on her truth, letting the world and letting the fans decide, being different, but then, you know, trying to create a divide within the industry. This man got to run a business. This man got to do what he got to do. He interviewing you. You tell your story. You say what you got to say, and the people gonna either fuck with it or they ain't, bro. You know,
that's
Tyler
our
Perry and them,
sister.
they ain't gonna
See,
change.
it took a transgender named T.S. Madison. It was a guy named Jamaica Carter. Jamaica Carter and I are mutual friends. Jamaica Carter and I are friends. T.S. Madison was a mutual friend. So Jamaica called me and said, would you mind doing T.S. Madison's show? I go do T.S. Madison's show. When I tell T.S. Madison, when the camera cuts, I said, listen, your friend is wrong. She said, Monique Lee Daniels is my friend. I said, then you need to call your friend and tell him to fix this shit. She said, I will. Within a couple of days, who did I get a call from? Lee Daniels. See, that's a friend. That's a true friend that's saying, I love you so much that I want to make sure that's not on your heart or your conscience. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. So when people ask Lee now, when we did the deliverance together, how was it to work with Monique? It was as if we had never parted ways because he fixed it. He owned it and he took accountability for it. I can't now keep you to the cross because you've owned it.
Right.
I've had to be forgiven.
Right.
So I appreciate that someone had grace and mercy with me. So I'm going to have that with other people when they take accountability for what they've done.
Want to join Club?
I can respect that. I mean, I can respect the fact that taking accountability, and also I can respect having a conversation with somebody. Like I said, I think where me and her differ is, I'm like, I'm not making it a requirement for you to fix it with this person, but what I am gonna say is I'm gonna speak my truth about it. I'm gonna speak what I have to say about it, and I'm gonna also say what's right and what's wrong. I think that that's the best way to do it. That's the best way I do it with my friends. I don't try to force nobody to do nothing. I tell them, I'm like, bro, that was right. You was right in this, and this, and this, based off my knowledge. Not based off being biased, but based off my knowledge. And then I tell, hey, bro, you was wrong in this, and this. And I let people make their own choices. And if they choices don't align with mine, then I'm like, hey, that was a little weird, bro. I'm gonna have to separate from you. But I'm not gonna try to force nobody and put an ultimatum down. Like, if you don't do so-and-so with so-and-so, I ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Just because somebody else asked me to. I gotta make it gotta make sense within myself for me to do that. And if I feel like somebody has been wronged and somebody is getting taken advantage of, the first thing I'm gonna ask is, why would you allow yourself to be taken advantage of? Because everything is a choice. So down to the accountability, everything is a choice. What most people have done early in their career, they don't want to do later on in their career, and I respect that shit. I respect that. That's how it goes a lot of the time. When you start off early in your career, you willing to do a lot more, but then later on in your career, you have a lot more leverage. You're going to tell people what you will and will not do. A lot of people go through that. So now I'm not saying that that's a situation with Monique exactly, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you feel like you've been done wrong, what you can do and what she is doing is speak on it, speak on it, speak on it. But just trying to like create a divide between black creators, that's just going to be a problem. Trying to force people to do something that they don't want to fucking do naturally is going to be a problem, because now, Monique, you're going to create a situation where they're going to have fake love. If they not apologizing, then it's probably going to be like the fans that need to put pressure on them. And sometimes even with the fans putting pressure on them, they still won't do it. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't want her to get hung up on that, but speak your truth, you know, say what you got to say. But y'all, that is the video for today, man. So if you appreciate the video, make sure you hit the like button. Go down below. Subscribe to your boy if you're new, man. We dropping all type of content over here, man. We doing movies, we doing news, we doing all kinds of shit, man. Funny videos, man. I'll see y'all in the next video.